Hey guys, Old Yeller here is due for a suspension upgrade. The last time I touched anything with the suspension was in the late 90s, so it's been about 25 years. What's on here is a Skyjacker 6-inch soft ride spring lift, no blocks, and Rancho 5000 shocks, if you can believe it. I've been all over Moab and various other places in the Wasatch Front, the Uinta Mountains here in Utah, and it's been okay, but it rides really rough, and I want to get a lot more suspension travel for some of the harder trails that I plan on doing soon. So what I have in mind is some ORD custom 6-inch lift springs. They're supposed to be a lot softer, and I've got some Bilstein shocks to go with it, and a DIY4X shackle flip. All that together should make a vast improvement in the performance of my suspension. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to lower the lift down, and I want to see how much droop I have currently so that I can get a feel for what the difference is going to be. Once I get that all measured up, I'll measure to the top of the wheel wells and write that down, and then we'll pull it all apart, put the custom springs on, and see where we are. So stay tuned for the improvements. Okay, as you can see, I've got the rear suspension pulled out, axles down here, springs are out, and took me about an hour and a half. Not too bad. Luckily, I've had this suspension off before, replacing bushings and such. Swapped in a 14 volt a few years ago, so all of the bolts have been out before, so nothing was too bad. Everything came out pretty smooth. Now we're getting to the part where we start taking out rivets and getting this shackle flip actually in. All right, we've got the old shackle hangers all cut off, and we just need to do a little cleanup before we're ready to bolt the new ones on. It ended up not being too bad cutting them off. Only took about 15 minutes with some basic tools here. The grinder and the hammer and the punch are really all you need. The air hammer came in handy on the rivets that went into the bottom of the frame just because it was easier to get in there. So I just cross-cut the heads and use the air hammer to chisel them off. But otherwise, the grinder worked great. So here are the old spring hangers. They are pretty rusty and beat up, so this is going to be a nice upgrade regardless. You can see here where this hole is pretty hammered. I think some of that scarring is probably from when I had to cut a bolt off a few years ago. But this is going to be a nice upgrade. Here are the DIY4X new shackle hangers. Come fully painted and ready to install. Comes with these nut plates that go on the back, so all the nuts are captured. Should make for an easy install. Also comes with all of the hardware and bushings that you're going to need to make this happen. So we'll get that frame cleanup done and get these babies bolted in. Okay, got the frame cleaned up, was getting ready to bolt on the new shackle hangers, and ran into a bit of a problem. Turns out I've got a little bit of frame damage. Shackle hanger bolts to the side of the frame here and the bottom of the frame there, and on mine this is bent up. And what that was doing is it was pulling the gas tank up, and it wasn't sitting in there correctly, and it was running into the bottom plate here. So I ended up having to drop the gas tank so that I can get at the frame and get that fixed up, bent into the correct spot. So this is on hold for a minute while I fix the frame, and we'll get that done and get back to bolting these things in. I've always heard the frames on these first gens were like wet noodles, and I got to see that firsthand when I went to repair the damage. I was able to straighten the frame with a pair of vice grips and a little elbow grease. Not a big deal. Now that we've got that done, let's get back to bolting on the suspension. While I'm installing the DIY shackle hangers, I should mention that I'm bolting them in with the bushing to the front so that I can use the stock 52-inch springs. The hangers can also be flipped side to side with the bushing to the rear so you can use 56-inch springs. It's a nice feature. Alright, we've got the shackle flip bolted in place, the suspension hung, and we're ready to move on to suspension travel and shock placement. So be sure to subscribe if you like what you see, and hit the like button, and we'll see you next time.